Hello everybody, we shall proceed with session 4 of value of supply, rule 32, sub rule 3. So this rule deals with particularly booking of air travel tickets by air travel agents. So air travel ticket can be done by agents like Paytm, Make My Trip. In the air travel or airlines like Airline, Indian Airline or Air SpiceJet. These are all the people may be paying commission to the air travel agent. So in that cases, how to pay GST is rule 32 sub rule 3. The agents can pay taxes in one of the two ways. One is they can pay 18% GST on the commission they receive. The commission may be received on service charge or on the handling charges or whenever they are choosing to pay fixed GST on basic fare. So if it is a domestic booking, they have to pay 5%. If it is international booking, they have to pay 10%. We shall concentrate on question number 9 and 10 on the rule 32 sub rule 3. Question number 9, let me read out the question. Happy Journey Airlines arranged summer trip to Singapore and sold 100 tickets at rupees 2,50,000 each in the month of January 2018. The total amount charged is rupees 2 crore 50 lakhs, which includes 50 lakhs rupees towards passenger taxes. Determine value of supply and tax payable at 18%. Look at the solution part. Determination of value of supply and GST payable. First, concentrate on value of supply. It is very simple. So what is the fare? Basic fare is 2 crore 50 lakhs because they sold 100 tickets at the rate of 2,50,000 each. Then that comes to 2 crore 50 lakhs less taxes paid, passenger tax, that is 50 lakhs rupees. After removing 50 lakhs rupees, the amount comes to 2 crore. This is called basic fare after taxes. Then we need to calculate GST, CGST at the rate of 9%, SGST at the rate of 9%. 2 crore at the rate of 9%. So total amount payable 3,60,000. That's it. This is the solution for question number 9. Question on the same basis. Compute GST payable of Mr. Anil, an authorized air travel agent. They are given few details. Basic airfare collected domestic ticket 40 lakhs. Basic airfare collected international 60 lakhs. Commission received for sale of ticket 3 lakhs rupees. Incentives received 50,000. Service charges 30,000, handling charges 20,000. So with this information you are supposed to find GST payable. Solution part, determination of GST liability so there is a choice. Commission received ₹3 lakhs. Incentives received 50,000. Service charges that comes to 30,000. Handling charges 20,000. Altogether value of taxable supply, taxable value comes to 4 lakhs. On this GST payable at the rate of 18%, 18% of 4 lakh comes to 72,000. Can we stop here? Certainly no, because the choice is given to the air travel agent option. So when the option is given, he can pay any taxes. So this is one. Second situation, calculation of GST. Calculation of GST at the option of agent. Then he can pay either 72,000 or he can pay another, that is basic fare international and domestic given. Basic fare on domestic, that is 5% of 40 lakhs. 5% of 40 lakhs, that comes to 2 lakhs rupees. Next one, international booking. So that is at the rate of 10%. 10% of 60 lakhs, that comes to 6 lakhs. Total taxable value is 8 lakhs. On this 8 lakhs rupees, they have to pay. This is the taxable value. GST at 18%. 18% of 8 lakhs rupees, that comes to 1,44,000. So it is at the choice or option of the agent. Either he can pay taxable value at the rate of 18% or taxable value at the rate of 18%. It is at the choice of the supplier. So by this we completed Rule 32, Sub-Rule 3, which is in relation to booking of tickets by air travel agent. Another rule, Rule 32, Sub-Rule 4, which is related to life insurance business. Whenever the life insurance company is collecting premium from the policy holder, how the taxes are paid in the form of GST, that is Rule 32, Sub-Rule 4. So there are two situations. When a type of policy in life insurance covers only risk, premium is paid only to cover the risk, then 100% of the premium is taxable and GST collected will be at the rate of 18%. If any life insurance policy covers risk plus saving, then we need to apply Rule 32, Sub-Rule 4 and A, Sub-Rule 4B, Sub-Rule 4C. So what is this second kind of policy? It covers risk plus saving. Whenever any premium is covering risk and saving, it is the duty of insurance company to inform to the policy holder that how much is related to risk coverage and how much is related to saving. When intimation is given, then gross premium savings will be deducted, net premium will be total value. On that net premium, 18% GST will be collected. Whatever the risk and saving proportion is there, if it is not intimated to the policy holder by the insurance company, then there are two situations. Rule 32, Sub-Rule 4B, Sub-Rule 4C are applied. Single premium, if it is single premium annuity, 10% of the premium will be taken as taxable value. If it is not single premium, they are paying different installment. Then when premium is collected in installment, first year 25% of premium will be taken as the taxable value, and second year onward, second year till the last payment of premium, 12.5% of the premium will be taken as taxable value. Have a look on one question on this basis. Have a look on question number 11. Let me read out the question. LIC of India provides you the following information. You are required to compute the taxable value of insurance services under Rule 32, Sub-Rule 4. So there they have given 4 data. Only risk cover policy 800 lakhs, variable insurance policy 10,000 lakhs, single premium annuity policy 900 lakhs, general policy 15,000 lakhs. So with the help of this you are supposed to find the answer. Solution part. Determination of taxable value. Determination of value of insurance services under rule 32 sub rule 4. So serial number, type of policy, premium collected, what is the rate, and taxable value. Serial number 1, only risk cover policy. When it is risk cover policy, what is the premium collected? 800 lakhs they collected. What is the taxable portion? 100%. We have seen in the rule 32 sub rule 4. So 800 into 100% comes to taxable value 800 lakhs. So this is serial number 1. Serial number 2, variable insurance policy. Variable insurance policy. Here they are given clearly in the question 75% of amount allocated for investment. What is the total amount here? 10,000. In this 10,000, how much portion is allocated? 75% is allocated. So what is the remaining? 25%. 25% of 10,000, that is 2,500 is taxable value. So let me write here 10,000 minus 75%. 10,000 minus 75%, 25%, that comes to 2,500. Third serial number, single premium annuity. When it is single premium annuity, how much is taxable? Under rule 32 sub rule 4 sub rule B you have to take. So single premium, what is the value or what is the premium they are given? 900 rupees they are given. So you need to apply the rule. What is the percentage that is taxable? 10% is taxable. 900 lakhs into 10%, that comes to 90 lakhs. Then fourth one, general insurance or general policy in the life insurance. General policy. So again it is divided into two. First year premium, subsequent year premium. First year and next years. If it is first year, they are given 5,000 first year. Total value given is 15,000. Related to first year premium, 5,000 lakhs. Second year onwards, it is given as 10,000 lakhs. So how do you take? First year 25% is taxable. Next year onwards 12.5% is taxable. 25% of 5,000, that is 1,250 lakhs is taxable. 12.5% of 10,000, 1,250 lakhs is taxable. So total taxable value is 5,890. You need to add all the values. 5,890. 800 plus 2,500 plus 2,500, 2,500, 2,500, 5,000, 5,800, 5,890. This is the total taxable value of insurance services under rule 32 sub rule 4.